Veldora's exit made the room suddenly feel very quiet. Right, Guy muttered. I nervously swallowed as I anticipated his next words. Well, it sounds like Velzard will be staying here for a bit, so I think I'll stay overnight as well. Sure. I'll have a room ready for the three of them, so don't worry about that. Huh, the three of you? Oh, aren't you leaving? I sure wish she was. But I'd be left disappointed. What are you, stupid? We're pals, aren't we? So let's hang out today. Get these two evolved for me already. He certainly was a persuasive speaker, but I hated letting him have his way like this. No, I'll be glad to give you the royal treatment when things are less urgent, so for today. Didn't you say a moment ago that you have lots of extra rooms? I don't need the royal treatment today, so just set me up with whatever's free right now. I wanted to try that tempura thing you were talking about earlier, so you mind hooking me up? Well, I lost. After all this, I had no possible pretense for saying no. It meant revealing what I considered to be one of my most powerful moves, but it beat refusing and stoking his anger. All right. I'll get you the best room we have out of what's available. And I'll arrange for a tempura dinner tonight. I nodded briefly at Shuna. Absolutely. I will start preparing at once. With a sweet smile and a perfectly polite bow, she left. Haruna silently took her place, standing by in one corner of the room. Her sheer unobtrusiveness demonstrated how skilled she was as a maid. Mizeri and Raine looked impressed as well, so I had to assume she was top-notch by international standards, too. Guy, meanwhile, looked extremely satisfied with himself over beating me. It sucked, but I just have to admit defeat for now. But the moment I had that thought, the previously silent Diablo finally opened his mouth. Kahahaha. I see. You'll be staying over tonight, Guy. Yeah, but... Aha. Then you'll have plenty of free time on your hands. What are you? No, I just thought this would be a lovely opportunity for us. An opportunity? For what? I needed to finish the story I was telling you earlier, you know. And you bragged about your ultimate ability to me a long time ago, didn't you? Well, I wanted to ask you about that in more detail today, so... Whoa. Nice one, Diablo. Now the tables were turned. Guy was on the ropes. I can't let this chance pass me by. Well, in that case, Diablo, why don't you take Guy here over to the inner chamber? You guys can chat your heads off the whole rest of the day. Thank you very much, Sir Ramur. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate your kindness. As soon as he said it, Diablo put his hand around Guy's shoulder. Huh. Wait. No, I cannot wait to sit down with you. Let's go. Guy was kind of like a house of cards if you poked him the right way, huh? All it took was Diablo's quiet insistence to ferry him right out of the room. He can be so unexpectedly useful sometimes. Now that Guy was gone, I could finally use my powers at peace. I didn't know when they'd come back, so let's get this ritual over with fast. I wasted no time pouring my souls into Mizeri and Raine, inciting the evolution. Report. The prescribed amount of 100,000 souls has been reached. The subject Mizeri's evolution has begun. That's odd. Guy gave me 500,000 souls. Moving on to the incitement of the subject Raine's evolution. Successful. I was down only 200,000 souls. Huh. So as long as they're qualified to evolve, they can do it even if we're not linked soul to soul. Hey, wait a minute. That's not even the issue. You got 300,000 souls you didn't use here. Don't tell me. Report. I have mastered the knack behind this, so the necessary number turned out lower than expected. Oh, you got the knack down, huh? Wait, what? No. That's no excuse. I received a zillion more souls than that. He's never gonna buy that. Understood. The subjects Tensura, Ultima, and Carrere were included in the required amounts. What the hell are you doing to me? Raphael's gone crazy on me. How fearless can you even get? Are you seriously trying to get one up on the Demon Lord Geek Crimson? Wait, dude. If he finds out, I'm the one who's gonna pay for it, man. Understood. It is not a problem. No, it is. It's a lot of problems. Seriously, I'm kind of afraid of you right now. Acting all fearless like this is so frightening. Negative. This is simply the result of my information particle handling skills performing better than expected. Any surplus can be considered extra remuneration. You think so, huh? Because I think you're really stretching it, but... Seriously, this is scaring me more than trying to run a scam against the Yakuza. If Guy ever found out, he could disassemble me into a pile of broken atoms, and I'd have no reason to complain. I don't sweat, so I wasn't betraying any of my agitation on my face, but inside me I had cold sweat falling like a rainstorm. For the first time in a while, I'm actually glad I'm a slime. So we partied it up that night. Guy looked a little miffed with me, but he never did complain. In fact, he thanked me. There's a lot I could say about today's events, but I'm tired out for now. It looks like the evolution took place without a hitch, and for that, I thank you. He really did look exhausted. I wonder why. Diablo, meanwhile, was a stark contrast in how energetic he was. Weird. No, you're quite welcome. Not getting involved was the smart bet here. I pretended not to notice anything as I left that sleeping dog to himself. The food seemed to be to his liking, and the hot spring bath gave him what looked like a sorely needed recharge. Velzard was in a good mood after chatting with Veldora, and for an unplanned social evening like this, I thought we did pretty darn well. I'll be back. We'll do our best to entertain you then. I do look forward to that. We live in a very cold place, so that hot spring was so soothing to me. Well, I'm glad you liked it, too. We can't wait to have you back. How polite of you. I'd love to see Veldora again before long, so we'll be sure to take a few days next time. Speaking of Veldora, he wasn't currently with us. That's because he was prone on his bed, thoroughly battered and unable to move after going a couple rounds with Velzard. He. Quahahaha. Tell him I went a bit easy on him this time, but don't expect any mercy when I return. You sure you want me to tell him that? Sorry. She seemed to be apologizing in an ever so wispy voice, but I'm a kind slime, so I pretended not to hear. Hey, I'm sure Velzard didn't mean to kick his ass, and I'm sure Veldora will be good as new in a few days. Really, I hadn't seen him take any wounds since that whole Chronoi incident, so it was a helpful reminder of just how strong true dragons really were. Veldora had another big sister over in the Empire. We have to figure out how to deal with her, so I think I'll have Raphael give me the rundown on how true dragons fight each other later on. After giving me some valuable information to work with, Guy and his crew finally left. I'll be using that info as a reference as I resume our deliberations on the next course of action. As I resolved to do this, I saw someone jogging up to me in a tizzy. It was Mjolnir. Ah, Sir Remur. I was wondering where you were. I've been looking all over. Why the urgency? You'll know when you hear this. Big Mama's here, and she wants to see you. Big Mama. I promptly rushed over to a certain inn in a prime spot of town. Big Mama always stayed there on her visits. This was a nickname, of course, one shared only between Molly and me. We gave it to her because bandying her real name around was bound to cause us trouble. It was Elmesia el-Ruthalion, the heavenly emperor of the sorceress dynasty of Thalion. Among the three pranksters the name we three gave ourselves she was known as El. I was Rim, Molly was Gar, and she was El. She led the group, I was second in command, and Gar was our minion henchman. We had a lot of fun with this, you could say. If El wanted to see me this urgently, I had to drop everything for her. I'm pretty sure she's aware we're fighting a war right now, though. We told El that we're at war, didn't we? Oh, of course. In fact, she told me herself that she'd save her next visit for when things settle down. Molly here has actually known Elmesia longer than I have, sitting in for me when I'm busy and negotiating over this and that both in public and private. Public here meant official diplomatic relations with Thalion, and I was pretty much hands-off with that stuff, leaving it wholly to Molly and Rigard Circle. They oversaw construction progress, established trade regulations, set up tariffs and other logistical matters, discussed security for merchants and visitors from both our nations. Anything and everything had to be looked over with a fine-tooth comb until they were mutually acceptable to us all. It was a daunting task, but they did their best at it without complaint. Private, meanwhile, was more about the fun debauchery we got up to as the three pranksters. Debauchery might sound a little shady, and indeed, our little side hustles weren't the kind of things your mother would approve of. What were they, exactly? Well, basically we were attempting to take full control of our newborn and gigantic economic trade zone. At first, the three of us were simply drinking buddies. We were discussing business matters at the bar before long, however, and the next thing I knew, this had ballooned into sensitive matters concerning the management of our nations. It's on me for having such a big mouth, but Molly's equally as guilty for not stopping me. Besides, it's not like us two were the only ones blabbering away. Elmesia leaked out a lot of secrets to us as well. It's little wonder we all let our guard down. All three of us were blaming it on the alcohol, essentially. Benders can be real scary. This relationship was, of course, totally confidential, just a secret between the three of us. It'd have to be, because if word got out about these talks, we'd be subjected to a whole lot of vitriol. I'm sure my staff would be silently applying pressure on me to stop, and Molly would probably develop an ulcer from all the criticism. I bet even Elmesia would become the target of some sarcastic remarks from Errol. So we were a tight-knit secret society, the three pranksters, and by this point, our friendship had transcended our positions in society.